Hello and welcome to Journey Realty Group. If you're new here, we're the channel dedicated to helping you navigate the exciting and sometimes complex world of real estate. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often overlooked but packed with first-time land buyers, tips for investing in raw land. Now, if you're thinking that raw land is just a patch of dirt, think again. Buying undeveloped land can be a gateway to incredible investment opportunities, but it's not as simple as finding a plot you like and handing over the cash. From understanding the hidden potential of a property to avoiding costly mistakes, buying raw land is a journey that requires preparation, research, and a clear vision. So whether you're considering building your dream home, starting a farm, or holding onto a piece of land as a long-term investment, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have all the tools you need to make a smart, confident decision. Let's get started. 1. Why invest in raw land? Let's begin with the big question. Why should you invest in raw land? Unlike a house or commercial building, raw land is a blank canvas. It's a versatile asset that comes with unique advantages. For instance, raw land is less competitive than developed properties. Many people shy away from it because it doesn't generate immediate income, but that's where the opportunity lies. You can purchase raw land at a lower cost and then decide how to unlock its value, whether through development, leasing, or simply holding on to it as its value appreciates. Imagine this. You buy a 10-acre plot on the outskirts of a growing city. In 5 years, that city expands and developers start eyeing your land for a new housing subdivision. Your initial investment could multiply in value without you having to lift a finger, but it's not all rosy. Unlike rental properties, raw land doesn't bring in monthly cash flow. You'll need to factor in holding costs like property taxes, maintenance, and potentially loan payments. This is why setting clear investment goals up front, whether they're short-term flips or long-term holds, is so important. 2. The importance of location. Now let's talk about the golden rule of real estate. Location, location, location. This principle applies as much to raw land as it does to any other type of property. When you're assessing a piece of land, think about accessibility first. Is it easy to reach? Are there roads leading to it, or will you need to build them? Poor accessibility can limit the land's usability and resale value. Next, consider its proximity to growth. Is the area experiencing population growth or commercial development? For example, buying land in a rural area might seem cheap and appealing, but if there's no development happening nearby, it could take decades for your investment to pay off. Don't forget natural features. A plot with a beautiful lake view or fertile soil can add value, but it might also come with challenges like erosion or flood risks. Always weigh the pros and cons of the land's physical characteristics. 3. Understanding zoning laws and land use. Zoning laws are the backbone of raw land investment. They dictate what you can and cannot do with the property, so understanding them is critical. For example, if you're dreaming of building a cozy cabin in the woods but the land is zoned agricultural, you might be in for a nasty surprise. You'll need to either change your plans or go through the sometimes lengthy and expensive process of applying for a zoning change. It's also important to look into future zoning changes. Local governments often have development plans that might work in your favour or against you. For instance, a property zoned for agriculture today might be rezoned as residential tomorrow, dramatically increasing its value. Additionally, check for any deed restrictions or covenants tied to the property. These are legal agreements that can limit what you can build or how you can use the land. Always do your homework before making a commitment. 4. Utilities and infrastructure, the hidden costs. One of the biggest surprises for first-time land buyers is discovering that raw land doesn't always come with the conveniences we take for granted. Utilities like water, electricity, and internet aren't always really available, especially in rural areas. For instance, if the property isn't connected to city water, you might need to drill a well, which can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000, depending on the depth and location. Similarly, if there's no sewer access, you'll need a system, which could add another $3,000 to $10,000 to your costs. Electricity is another big one. Extending power lines to remote land can cost tens of thousands of dollars. And let's not forget about road access. If the land doesn't have a road leading to it, you might need to build one, a significant expense that can also delay your plans. 5. How to assess land value. Valuing raw land is both an art and a science. One of the best ways to start is by looking at comparable sales in the area. What are similar pieces of land selling for? This will give you a baseline for negotiation. But market trends also play a big role. Is the area appreciating or depreciating in value? If you're buying in an up-and-coming neighborhood, the land's value could skyrocket in just a few years. Also, think about the land's potential uses. A property that can be used for multiple purposes, like residential development, farming, or commercial projects, will generally be more valuable than a plot with limited utility. Remember to factor in development costs. A piece of land might be cheap up front, but if it requires extensive grading or clearing, those costs can add up quickly. 6. Financing options for raw land. Financing raw land is different from financing a home. For starters, many traditional lenders are hesitant to offer loans for undeveloped land because it's considered a higher risk. One option is to pay cash, which can make your offer more appealing to sellers. If that's not feasible, look into land loans. These often require a larger down payment, usually around 20 to 30%, and come with higher interest rates. Another option is owner financing, where the seller acts as the lender. This can offer more flexible terms, but may come with its own set of risks. 7. Avoiding common pitfalls. Finally, let's talk about what not to do. One of the biggest mistakes is skipping due diligence. Always research zoning laws, deed restrictions, and utility availability before making an offer. Overpaying is another common error. It's easy to get emotional about a piece of land, but stick to your budget and let the numbers guide you. And don't underestimate development costs. From permits to clearing and grading, these expenses can turn a seemingly good deal into a money pit. Conclusion. Investing in raw land can be incredibly rewarding, but it's not without its challenges. By taking the time to research, plan, and consult with professionals, you can turn a patch of earth into a profitable investment. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Journey Realty Group, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you planning to invest in raw land? We'd love to hear your questions or experiences. Until next time, happy investing, and remember, your journey in real estate starts here.